So let's talk about the power of story. One of the greatest things a copywriter needs to be able to do in order to get a sale is they need to be able to be remembered. And your product needs to be remembered. Because many are not going to buy on the first hit. It's just how it is. But you start the thinking process. The old rule in marketing, right? I think it's like someone has to see something 8 times before they purchase or before they think actively, really seriously about buying it. So you have to figure out what part of your presentation, your pitch, is the part you want to be remembered. You know, what is it that you want your consumer to walk away with remembering? And that is where your story gets involved. So for me, my presentation, the most important outcome of my presentation right now to you was that you need to walk away believing that copywriting is very important and that you can do copywriting. Now go back to my first story. I got a D- in writing. I'm the worst person in the world to write, yet I'm a copywriter. The number one advice I ever got from someone was learn to sell through the written word. I went on to sell $100 million worth of products. One story gave you 3 pieces of key takeaways, and those are the only 3 you needed. So for me, I've become such a copywriter now that I'm always copywriting. As a matter of fact, there's a joke between my friends and I'll do this all the time to them, and I don't even realize I do this. I'll text them, and I'll say, I've got something huge I gotta tell you. It's really, really important, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back in a few hours. Right? And I do this all the time. I don't mean to do it. And they'll come back, and at least my marketer friends will say, would you please stop pre-selling me? You know? But it's just a part of nature. That's just how I create engagement on a daily basis with my family, with my friends, with everybody. Because in all our communications, you as a person will be remembered a lot more if you're exciting, if you're fun, if you're engaging, if you create a wave of emotions in the people you speak to. And you're able to do only that. You can do that with only a story. A story can take someone through highs and lows like none other, okay? So we talk about being able to get remembered, right? There's something I discovered about that's really helped my copy. And that is humans have certain levels of emotions. We've got fear, we've got, happiness, we've got sadness, we've got anger. So, we've got some of these key, really, really strong emotions. The best way to get somebody's attention, the best way to get someone to remember you and pay attention to you is walk them through all those emotions in one moment or in one span of time. So when you watch my copy, when you read my copy, when you attend my webinars, I'm going to walk you through all those emotions. I might even make you angry at sometimes. I'll do it on purpose because I'm triggering emotions inside of you. And those emotions, the more emotions I hit on you, the more memorable I am to you. Now, what's important is what emotion I end at, right? So as I get ready to transition into my sales pitch, I have to control that narration. So I have to make sure we've recovered from any of the negative emotions, right? And I may not do a lot of that, right? Obviously, I'm not going to let you spend 5 minutes in the angry zone during a presentation. I might let you spend 10 seconds. 5 seconds, but I'm still going to carry you through those emotions. To do that without a story is very difficult. To do it through a story, it's very easy. So I'll give you an example. You don't have to be angry at me, but I said to you, my teacher said to me, don't ever write, you'll never be a writer. Didn't that encourage, how could she do that? What's wrong with that teacher? You had a moment of anger. It doesn't have to be directed at me. I just have to inspire anger, right? I have to inspire happiness because I did it, I prevailed, I was victorious. So you get a chance to participate in that emotion with me. So a story can do all of that. And now the next question or the next objection I get, I don't have a story. And I love this objection because I promise you, and I've actually done this at some of my live events where I pull up people and I tell them to talk about their life, convert it into a story on the spot. We all have stories. You have a story. You have 15 stories from this weekend. It's just about how you pick them up and deliver them, right? That is quite the art.